ice conditions on Lake Winnebago have shifted this week.
Emily Deem is live in the town of Pipe to explain. Hi, Em.
Rachel and Pete, good morning to you. Hi, everybody. Check out Don Herman with Sunk Dive and Ice Service in Oshkosh. He is standing on these massive ice shoves that have come ashore out here in the town of Pipe. Don, you are standing up there. These things are ginormous, but you were actually measuring them because this ice is really thick. It shouldn't have moved, right? This ice should have never moved, maybe in the spring, but this ice right now is a foot, 12 inches. It's unheard of that this ice would have moved. Anybody on the lake wouldn't think this would have moved in this wind. 60-mile-an-hour winds must have been pretty strong to do this. I mean, it's a lot of weight to move around. And especially in January, this shouldn't be happening. Not in January. What this did is, it made the lake on the other side, on the west shore, very dangerous. So it also caused some damage. Just take a look at this pier out here. And also, too, let's really quick, Don, talk about the conditions currently on Lake Winnebago. The conditions now on the lake, you're going to have to be careful. You'll be able to go right up to the edge of the crack. There's some cracks out there 150 to 200 feet wide, the whole east shore, and you'll be able to drive right up next to it and not even know it. And it made the ice conditions very dangerous right now until we get a lot more cold weather. Now let's talk to Jim and Mary. They actually live out here. We're on their property right now, but they are looking at their pier that is all torn up. The ice shoves caused this. Mary, tell me where you were on Saturday, because this all went down Saturday night. Right. I was sitting on our Four Seasons porch just trying to read and ignore the noise of the wind, and the windows were flexing on the porch, and I thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't be here. So I went into the living room where Jim was sitting, and Jim said, I'm sure I'm glad this is a winter storm and not a summer storm. And I said, I don't know about that. And I turned on the light and I said, our pier is moving. He said, it can't be. He jumped up and we looked and we're like, oh my God. And just like that, the ice just came and everything. And I was so afraid our pier was going to be going through the basement. And Jim came and looked and it was right up to the basement door. And you said this happened in a matter of like 2 to 3 minutes. In 2 minutes. It just all happened. I saw our boat lifts, our jet ski lift, our boat lift, our pier just all mangled. And then Jim said, we got to cut the pier. And that's what he did. Yeah. Jim, you actually cut this apart so it wouldn't go into your house. Tell me about that process. Well, we had to get the neighbor because we couldn't get our tools out. So we got the neighbor. He came over and he cut, and then a couple of other neighbor guys were out, and we turned it enough so it wouldn't come in. And this is funny because people that have lived here for years and years and years, you've been here permanently for about 4 years. Right. For like 30 years, they say they've never seen ice shoves on this side. Right. When we moved here, or when we bought the place 8 years ago or 9 years ago, the neighbors across the road had lived here 40, 45 years, and they said, no, there's never been an ice shove here. Unbelievable, so, to see this out here, but thankfully everybody is safe, right? Exactly. I'm so glad nobody was out here checking their equipment or checking things, because you wouldn't stand a chance. It just happened so fast. And Don said this is going to be here till probably about April. That's when people can start cleaning up. Right. So luckily no one was hurt, but yeah, we'll definitely have more live shots this morning in the 7 and 8 o'clock hour. So we'll be out here in the freezing temperatures all morning talking about these ice shoves. Pretty amazing. We'll send it back to you for now. What a story. That is amazing. And to think it happened within a couple of minutes, Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Thanks, Em.